All right. What's going on, y'all? Coming y'all live with another episode of From the Bottom of the Map.
At the bottom of the map.
Y'all already know who it is. I Hayes in the place to be.
Israel on the ones and twos and the threes and the fours.
And we're here to give you the last word on the game of the week, really the game of the decade. Miami versus FSU. Everybody has talked about this. They kind of done talked about this game so goddamn much. It's to the point where you can hear what you want to hear. You know what I'm saying? has been crunk in the comments. Is showboating. I mean, they done tucked the Kool-Aid. They like, look, they ain't got nothing on us. And you got FSU kind of fighting back, but they kind of the more humble ones, like on some Jack Nicholas shit, like wait till they get a load of me. Cause you gotta come to my house, okay? Don't bring scared business to me, okay? All right. Killer, I kill for nothing. So I don't know. I've been having, you know what I'm saying? Like I just I feel like if you're a fan, you're gonna go through all the emotions because you done been let down before, but you done went to their shit and beat them. You done lost. You done been up. You done been down. You done have weapons. You didn't have nothing. So you know what I'm saying. I know what our podcast been saying, but I'm gonna let you have the floor, man. You feel me? Go ahead and bless us.
I really think that this is the game that, even though Florida State lost against Virginia, I still think this game brings a lot of the rivalry hype because Florida State was so bad last year, and how they showed up at the beginning of the year. It kind of like they put people on notice that they were coming back, or the national spotlight can swing back towards the Sunshine State. Just overall, like Miami being ranked high, just with all the publicity they've been getting in the media. Florida State, when they got Castellanos, and he went out there and he did his Joe Namath impression, going out there calling the win before the game, and backing it up on the field. Was kind of like, we need a little bit more of that, the shit talk. We need, because that kind of fuels, what we in Florida, what I'm saying, overall the whole state, what we known for. We run shit on the field, and we're gonna talk shit in the tunnel. We're gonna talk shit on the field. We're gonna talk shit before the game. We're gonna talk shit after the game, and that just kind of just builds the rivalry. That just builds, when the teams, they meet up, it's gonna be a war for real, and that just builds the excitement of the game. And I think just for once, I kind of just like now. I like when, as much as I hate Florida State, I like when they're good, and we play them when they're good, because it's just overall, it's just an exciting game. You can't, like, that atmosphere. I know there's other rivalries: Ohio State, Michigan, Texas, Oklahoma, Alabama, Auburn. But that, for some down south, Miami, Florida State is it. Like, it don't get no triller than that. Like, it's gonna be house divided. You know, a lot of cuss words, a lot of shit talk, a lot of mudslinging. But I think it's just great for the state overall. I think it's great for the state of football. That even though, like I say, Florida State with the loss, I think nobody is like downplaying Florida State. We're not saying, oh, everything they've done this year is fluke. I think we're still taking them serious. We still think they're a dangerous team, um, and it's still going to bring the heat of the rivalry from that game. Um, but I've heard all the talk. Everybody is riding the Miami train. This is a good time to push the brand super duper high. Because they really ain't got nobody else to talk about right now. You know what I'm saying? There's no other sexy team. There's no other sexy quarterback out there. Um, Arch Manning, he ain't done shit. Mateer, even though when he was on the field, he ain't doing a whole lot of nothing anyway. Saying that Ohio State's man, there's no other. So Miami is a sexy team right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and credit to Mario for getting the quarterback. I think that's just going to be the new trend. We're just going to get a new quarterback every year, um, and that'll help keep us in the spotlight. But yeah, dog, I just think like this game. is going to have like all of the, the old, you know, kind of the old feel. That's what I feel. It's going to be the old feel because you got a shit talking quarterback at Florida State. They shit talking. We shit talking. We feeling like we like that. We feeling ourselves. Like I don't want to come into this game where it's the humble team versus like nah. Everybody arrogant. Everybody talking their shit. Everybody ego high. All right, now we can go out there and we can really get to it on the field. And that's why I think Bills for having a great game. And Saturday night we'll see what's up. We'll see what's up that's on the field. Like what you I mean, what I think we could talk about the coaching and the play, but right now I'm just feeling the players. Like I think this is the players' time to come out there on the field and show their ass. And when both teams are out there showing their ass, it's going to be a great game. I hope we get a great game.
I mean, I agree with a lot of that. You feel me? I hear a lot of that. First game of the season on the road, though. Going in the hostile environment. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm gonna start hitting with side things. I think Miami has more penalties than Florida State. Why? Because we already have a center who be moving and who be fucking up spikes. You throw that nigga in the sauce. I hope he don't fuck up the whole game, but he gonna fuck up one or two times because he be fucking up anyway. He be fucking up at the house. So when you go to other people's house, you gonna fuck up. He's not a bad player, but he be fucking up. He's a transfer. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing too. We get a quarterback, we get a new center every year. All right. I had a center. I think our center before was a transfer, but he might have been there for a year too. I don't even think he was there for two. But yeah, we be getting centers. So I feel like he gonna fuck up one or two times. And that might be due because Dope Campbell gonna be so fucking loud. You ain't gonna be able to hear the fucking, you feel me? You ain't gonna be able to hear that shit. Number
We're gonna
two.
get a couple of false starts. It's gonna happen. It's
Oh
gonna happen.
yeah. I actually think this is gonna be a fucking defensive struggle. Not as bad as fucking Florida, but I feel like both of the defenses gonna come to play because here's the thing, right? Both of these teams, Florida State, they survive off a run. We take the run away from them, and they're a one-dimensional team. We like the run. Running is our identity. So that's why I say both of these defenses are going to be like, well, we got to stop the run. We got to stop their run. If we want to beat them, we have to stop their run because their rushing attack is deadly. They got two different running backs, plus they got a quarterback. So I know that that's going to be the key to the game right there. So really the defense. Obviously, I want my offense to create. I feel like the offense, obviously for me, I'm looking to see Shannon Dawson is going to have to adjust. All right. This is the point where they're going to throw different looks. They're going to stop some shit. Are you going to adjust? And I think he does it. I think he goes to the tight end early. All right. I think we're going to run. Even though they know we're going to run and they're going to stop the run, we're going up the middle. All right. I don't give a fuck if it's lubricated or it's not. We're running up the middle because that's just what Mario on. And I have been a person who has talked shit about that. But now I really value that because speaking of all those other teams, right? Oklahoma can't run the ball. Auburn can't run the ball. Georgia can't run the ball. Alabama can't run the ball. So I'm really starting to see like, damn, you know what? Getting fucking 4 yards every time is some shit the other teams can't fucking do. If we are able to start dragging bitches, even if they try to stuff this shit early on, I still understand why we don't abandon it because at the end of the day, when we had Red Lashley, we used to get no yards, never abandoned it because if you want to throw, what do you got to do? You got to fucking run. You know what I'm saying? So I think us establishing the run and them establishing the run is critical. And I think our defense stopping their run and their defense stopping our run is critical. And I think that that's the real chess match there for you know what I'm saying, just the defensive coordinators. Obviously, same thing with the offense. Oh, we know Gus Malzahn. I'm gonna go ahead. I know they say Les Miles is the Mad Hatter, but I'm like, nah, this motherfucking Malzahn is the trickster. Yo, they even saved some plays for our ass. Oh, I got the John Blaze shit for you. Yeah. I think if Corey Heatherman doesn't think that, you got another thing coming. Because buddy, he's been coaching since you was in high school. Okay. Now I did Pete that our defensive coordinator is an ex-Navy SEAL or he's something like that. He's very military minded, and I think I can tell. Um, One of the ways that we stop they run is Ruben Bain and Mesidor. I really do think they're going to be a factor, even if they don't get the sacks. If we're gonna have a linebacker on contain, right? Because we got to think these dudes get millions of dollars. So any point we're bringing up, they already know. So if one of our two tackles push pressure, forces, you know what I'm saying, their quarterback to, you know what I'm saying, have to do a dance, it's gonna be on our linebacker core to get tackles. You know what I'm saying? We gotta, and
Mhm.
you know our linebackers are much improved, but I definitely see some type of defensive struggle. And for me, I don't know. It's not like I'm saying we're going to lose or win, but we're in the era of college football where nobody is going undefeated like that. Everybody going to have at least a loss. And I think the best thing is to lose early. So for me, I think this is a very winnable game. I'm going to go ahead and say, you know, I'm a UM fan, so of course I'm going to say we're going to fucking win. But I also like to look at it because it can only be one winner. If we lose this game by less than a touchdown, we slide down the polls, but we don't drop 10 points like them. We just drop 6, 7 spots. We go from what are we, number 3 now? We go to number 12. They'll probably put us at 12. They hate us a little bit. They'll probably throw us at 14. Either way, I think that's still enough time, you know what I'm saying, for us to go up. Florida State, they're even saying all 2 losses, they're out of the playoffs. I'm like, it's going to be a lot of 2-loss teams. Even last year, there were 2-loss teams. The only thing that I don't like is that they lost and they're desperate. They need this game. They
Mhm.
need it. Because if they don't win this, they have no shot to play for the ACC title. If we win this game, we just got to worry about trap games, right? We got Louisville waiting on us, and we ain't really thinking about them now. But we always got to take them seriously because they're another team that's unmotherfucking defeated. Um, so I think this is going to be, like everyone else said, an epic game. But I see a super defensive struggle. I will be really, really surprised if we go in there and we beat them by 21 points. Right? I'll be surprised. I
I,
will be
I
surprised if we.
agree. I agree on that. I do think like this is gonna be. I think the first quarter is gonna be more. Mario isn't an aggressive. Like he's gonna play like ball control. So I do think it's gonna be low scoring. It's gonna be like run the ball, and it's like how much does he trust Carson Beck to put the ball in the air? You know what I'm saying? Like, is he going to like? I don't see this a game where Carson Beck throws for 30 plus passes. I see this like under 30. Like we're gonna get a lot of rushing, like Mark Fletcher, Brown. Um, yeah, they're gonna have like a lot of touches in the backfield. Hopefully we do use the tight ends. I know we only use the tight ends to block because
I think we're gonna have to. I think we're gonna have to.
but I did see Florida State pass rush is not what it used to be. You know, we used to Florida State having one of the meanest defensive lines in the country, like year after
Definitely,
year after year after
definitely.
year. But this year is not it. I even watched the game against Virginia, and their quarterback really had a clean pocket like the whole night. They touched him a little bit, but he pretty much had a clean pocket the whole night. So we can give Carson Beck like a clean pocket if we play, I feel like this is a Bill Belichick, Tom Brady dink and dunk game. Like
Mm.
5 yard pass here, 4 yard pass to the, swing pass to a running back here and there. And kind of just like run the ball and flip the field and play defense.
I
We
think
don't.
though also last game, they did you notice they were running Carson Beck a little bit more? They watched that Virginia tape. We're gonna take some things out of Virginia playbook, which is Florida State playbook, right? So on a couple of third downs, he's gonna go through it for it, and I think that's gonna further confuse their defense. And the only reason they're gonna do that is because they've already been trending in that way, and it's like they watch the tape, right? They get paid once again. I always like to assume that coaches, this is all they do, right? We talk about this on a weekend, do our little thing. Nah, they're doing this 24/7. So they dissected that tape. They know that a running quarterback gives them problems, which their running quarterback gives us problems. So I think that,
Mhm.
yeah, I think that they run Carson Beck not as much, not like, their quarterback and not as much as Chandler, but just in certain spots. And they're going to tell him that, hey, you see your open field, everybody's covered, go ahead and take off. Go ahead and get that third down. Go ahead and get that
Yeah,
conversion with that because you were doing it anyway. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think they'll tell him to throw the ball away. Like
Yeah.
let's not put the ball in harm's way, and let's play defense. I think they're gonna rely a lot on the defense and the run game. And I really hope that if we go up by 10 points, 14 points that we don't. I feel like if we get to that point, and let's say it's like early in the third quarter, that we don't slow down, because that's, in a rivalry game, all you need, like when I watched the Virginia game like last week, all you need is one turnover. One turnover, the crowd gets into it. Now everybody going crazy. You can't hear. Now the momentum shifts. Like we need to. This is the thing I would love to see from this team, and maybe this is just something Mario is just not good at. You have to. Momentum is a part of the game.
Mm.
You gotta capitalize on momentum. When the momentum is going your way, take full advantage of it. Like you get a turnover, go for the jugular. We shouldn't get a turnover and be getting 3 points. We should be getting turnover, because this is another bugaboo of ours. We'll flip the field. We get a turnover and we fuck around kicking field goals.
Yeah. This is
No,
also
we
the
need
most
to have 7.
dangerous.
We need to be scoring touchdowns,
Well,
bro.
I don't think he's going to have a choice, and I think what may be the opposite of what you're saying is, so Florida State is not a long drawn out. They're a dynamic offense, so they like to score like old school UM. They want to take 5 plays and score. So I do see a scenario where UM is down 7, UM gets down 14. Now they're going to have to air it out, and I think that Mario's not going to keep to it because it just don't make no sense. I think with a lead, yeah, I can see him doing a little bit, but they know that Florida State has a quick strike offense. You know what I'm saying? Like they can literally have a 30-yard play, break off a 40-yard run, because they're gonna go to their receiver, right? Deuce, right? Deuce
Mm-hmm,
6'2", he's a matchup nightmare. They also got Danzy back there. We know that Danzy is a track star. The man runs a little legitimate 4-2 with them pads on. So it's like, no,
mm-hmm.
they're gonna be a quick strike offense. So we're really not gonna have a choice. We're not gonna be able to nurse a lead with them because they listen. Virginia went up 14-zip. Florida State came back, and it was quick.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think you're going to have that choice. As a fact, I do think there may be a point in the game where is down 7 and they have to air it out. The cool thing is that is a part of the offense too. You know what I'm saying? And so I I would honestly, I am gonna give them the benefit of the doubt because there have certain times where we have seen the tight end. We didn't see a lot of them. There have certain times where we have seen a couple, one end around, not a lot. But I think they open up the playbook, and I think they know they have their identity. But I definitely think that they're going to be a chameleon. They're going to do every little thing, and also if it comes down to it, they're going to do what they have to do. Only because they don't have a choice. This is the best team that interface. This is the most dynamic offense. Nobody else had an offense. Notre Dame was breaking in the starting quarterback. USF don't have them type of weapons. This is the best team. So, and they just saw, like I said, you've seen the tape. Florida State could take a punch. They can go down 14 zip. They're not going to panic. They're going to come back, okay? They're going to come back. They're going to stay engaged. So, no, it is really going to be on us on both sides of the ball to always be able to. Obviously, you want to get touchdowns, but there can't be no drives where you don't get no points. You're going to need touchdowns. And bare minimum, you're gonna need them 3, okay? And like you said, no turnovers.
No turnovers. I mean, we got to limit the penalties. Like, we don't have. We do
You're
have a
going
lot of
into a
penalties.
hostile environment for the first time. You're gonna have penalties. This is your first road game. This is not a good schedule. You want to go on the road before, all right? The center's gonna get a false start. So I just feel like we might as well bake that into the results. Let's try to limit getting the false start. All right,
It's gonna be some false starts. I just need it not to be them timely ones. Those momentum
Oh,
shifting.
but they only come when it's timely. They only come when it's timely. They don't come when
Yeah.
right? No. They're drive killers. Bruh,
Look,
buddy, you're not gonna be able to hear the count. You're not gonna be able to hear. And he do it every game. He do it every game.
I need Mario. Almost, I need this to be like, in the basketball game where teams was just like they hitting all their threes. Okay, they got a couple dunks. They on a 15-0 run. No timeout. I need Mario to use them timeouts, not just to to challenge a player or something like all right, the momentum is starting to shift. We need to break this up. We need to break up the momentum.
I
We
think you're
need to
asking a lot about Mario. Let's try to
we
keep it
no,
clean.
we need to have a couple of for sure go-to plays. Not a wide receiver screen. I don't want to see no wide receiver screens. Um, and I want to see like kind of what you were saying a little bit. I want to see a couple jet sweeps, fake jet sweeps. I want to see like a lot of motion. We got Tony back
Oh, you
there.
want to
We
see
got a receiver
Malzahn.
coming
You want to see
around.
Malzahn playbook. The type of
Yeah,
shit he
yeah. I
gonna
want. I
do.
want to see. I want to see misdirection. I want to see you know, if we fake the flea flicker, fake the end around. just to get the defense off track. If we go to predictable pass attack, wide receiver screen, then a deep shot here and there, like, bro, that's not gonna get it. That's not gonna get it. Like, we need to. It's like open up the offense, but not like wide open. Just show them some different shit we ain't been showing people all year. And and I'm happy that the last game Carson Beck was pulling the ball because at the beginning of the year it was just like, bro, can you run? I know you can run, but damn, he's not pulling the ball at all. You're not even posing as a threat. So like he's starting to pull when everybody's getting sucked in because they're just like he's not gonna run. So like now he's starting to pull. So he's at least posing himself as a little bit of a threat. But I do want to see like, when we seen it against Notre Dame, we seen all the receivers. We seen everybody getting in on the mix. I kind of want to see like let's keep it where the ball is being spread around. Everybody is getting touched. Daniels is getting touched.
Yeah.
Malachi Tony is getting like everybody is getting their touches. Even if I'm not even saying even if they're catching the ball, just targeting them, just making them like a threat on the field. Because everybody knows after a while, people are going to see we want to run the ball. We want to run the ball.
And I think running the ball is necessary because they got to run the ball. So I think at the end of the day, part of this, I understand what you're saying, but then you got an identity. You can't decide to be somebody new. What you can do is be a chameleon. You can be that person, but you can show me all your angles. You can show me you in all the lighting. But you're, and I don't think it's a bad thing because really what you're asking Shannon Dawson is show me your best Gus Malzahn impression. Because when we see their offense, oh, they're going to have all type of motions, eye candy, and then they going to the right. Next play, they're going to have all type of eye candy, they going to the right. Just so in the third quarter, when you think you've seen that same play, all the motions, oh, they going the other way. They going the other way. And you don't know who got the ball. So the motherfucker is deadly. And they have a slight advantage on the offense because they got better coaching. And coaching, I'm telling you, bro, like that's everything. I do, I feel like when it comes to the big game, though, Mario shows up in big games. It's the ones that he's supposed to win when he be fucking up. So I feel like he gonna show up. I just feel like regardless, though, it's gonna be a tight game. The bookie know it. The bookie got it. You feel me? Under 5. So I'm not betting on this game. I'm gonna just like y'all. I'm gonna just watch.
Yeah, I want to say Mario shows up in a big game, but what big game we been in? Shit, every game we done been in that was a game like we needed. We done fucking lost. We lost. Yeah, I ain't want to. Yeah, ball
Well,
game.
let's focus on this year
Game.
then. You showed up with
Yeah.
Notre
No,
Dame.
listen. Yeah, I'm gonna focus on this year because he
I'm
ain't
gonna
showed me
focus
shit in
on
the
this
big
year
game.
because I'm like
This
right
year,
now, yeah, he, and we
Notre
like our
Dame. Notre Dame was a good win. Now that you look at it,
was
that's like Notre Dame's a good team. Like that was a good win. Okay, we'll take
was
that. That was the first game of the season. Florida, as much as we want to talk shit about Florida, Florida was a good win. I would say that was a good win. Florida's a better team. Their defense is still legit. They
it
just
is.
have shit for offense. They don't got nothing. They don't got nothing for
Yeah,
offense.
and the coach
Yeah,
is a dead. He a dead man walking.
yeah. Shit. I'm surprised
Watch.
he's
I
making it
want to
through.
be the first to say it. Watch they make Texas struggle. I'm gonna tell you.
Listen. All
And
right. I know we gonna get into the pick father. My upset pick of the week. And I was like, they playing in the swamp. And I said, this is the shit that they do. It be some random ass. How the fuck
yes,
did they pull the rabbit out the hat? I think they're gonna
yes.
beat Texas. I
I
think they're gonna
I
beat Texas.
My bet is Texas, Florida under in the first quarter. My hedge bet is Florida in the points. Or Florida to not be getting beat by 4 in the first quarter. But yeah, I like Florida all the way. I like Florida all the way. Even if they don't win though, I think Florida in the first quarter, whether you like the under or you like Florida and the points is a good bet. I even like Florida at the half. I do think that Texas may squeeze it out. Only because if Florida could score, then Florida could win. The only reason I feel like Texas might win by 7 or 14, which is where the line is at, 7 is just because, you know what I'm saying, they got a couple running backs over there, you know what I'm saying, they'll probably get some shit through. Defense gonna get tired sooner or later too. Them boys, Texas, Florida be out there the whole time, but them boys get tired by the fourth quarter.
Yeah, but there ain't nobody scoring on them. They ain't giving up no points to nobody. We scored the most on them. We only scored 26.
That's right. Really should have been 33, but we're
There
not
ain't
gonna say
nobody
that.
scoring on Florida. Their defense is actually damn good. They're just on the field the
Yeah,
whole damn
yeah.
game.
We need to play defense like them
They're
boys.
on the foot the whole game.
Yeah, yeah.
Shit. If they had an offense, they actually would be like they would be scary for real. I think they're gonna beat Texas. I don't believe in Texas.
It's
I think
possible.
that
I
the
don't
hype
believe in Texas
machine.
neither.
Yeah,
But I
I
do
don't
like
believe in.
Texas coach though. I just think it's just Archie Manning ain't that good. The boy talking that shit, but you know your last quarterback was a little bit better, but it's all good. Play for the Dolphins now. It's the
Yeah,
Dolphins quarterback.
I yeah, like I said, I think that they're going like last year they beat Ole Miss was a team they weren't supposed to beat last year. They
Yep,
beat them.
yep.
Um, LSU was a team they weren't supposed to beat last year. They beat them. Like they'll have some games you be like, bro, what is going on with them? Like, and they'll pull the fucking rabbit out the hat.
Nah, it
Um,
definitely is.
yeah, yeah. Like I said, I think Texas is overrated.
Yeah,
The hype machine had them so hard, like everybody just was expecting them to be this dominant team, and they don't look good to me. They look fluke.
nah,
But
they don't.
that's a game. You know what I'm saying? You know, I would definitely follow the words of the pig father. If you putting some chicken on it, you putting some of that fetty, you
Yeah,
putting some
yeah.
dollars on it. What other games we got this weekend?
Let's just segue into the other games because they done fucked the UM game. Vandy, in Alabama, they had the line at 12.5. I love it at 12.5. I actually still like it at 10.5. I think Alabama wins, but I think Alabama wins by 7 or 3. Vandy is even better than they were last year. Obviously, people talk about defense. Alabama can be scored on. Pavia done been in goddamn college for 6 years, trying to get that 7. Got a lawsuit going in right now. I'm all for these boys spending 10 years in college, straight up. Damn, they'll make $3 million and then just chill.
Straight
You
up,
know,
straight
fuck the
up.
NFL. But nah, man, and that coach is there. I think they got formations. After Florida State asses lost, that's where game day was going to be at. Even though they still should go to Tallahassee, but that's a dope game to watch.
I say, Bama beats the dog shit out of Vandy.
That's how you
I
feel.
think they, I think they tired of hearing that Vandy shit.
I hear them, but I
Vandy,
don't see Alabama being
Vandy
a dog
that.
shit out of anybody except for who they play. What, Wisconsin? I think during their SEC slate, people like ain't no more. Nick Saban ain't done no more. Nick Saban can't save him. What your boy
Yeah,
say? Yeah,
Nick Saban can't save you, but they did beat
I
them
don't know
last year.
about dominating. I think they can win. I don't know about domination.
No, I think they're gonna beat the dog shit out of
I
them.
think they're
This
gonna
this
beat the
is
dog
like
shit.
yeah. I
You don't
think they
respect Vandy?
not in Tuscaloosa. I don't.
Not in Tuscaloosa.
No,
Niggas
I
ain't
don't
scared to go
respect
to
them.
Tuscaloosa and win like
Nah,
that.
it's like that win they got like at Georgia. That was some man shit right there. We gonna go into Athens. We gonna beat y'all. We gonna walk out of here like this ain't shit. We still run this. This still our shit.
Oh, that's how
We
y'all
still run
feel.
this.
Okay.
We still run
Now,
this
I want
shit.
Vandy to keep that shit close. I
No,
think them
that
boys.
no. You know what they did last week? They went in the nigga house, kicked over all this shit. He did the Dave Chappelle fuck your couch, fucked up their couch, knocked over all this shit, and walked out that bitch. Drank up your Kool Aid, ate all the kids' snacks, and left. That's what Bama did to Georgia last week. So you think they worried about Vandy? Hell no.
And I think they need to be because Vandy beat your ass last year. That's what Vandy did. Vandy
That was
can't.
at
Y'all
that
came
was
to
at
Vandy,
home.
can be
That
beat
that
y'all asses.
that stadium, that crowd, when you had your home fan base like behind you, that little extra energy to do that block, to get that pass, to get that catch, that all is there. When you on the road, that's not there. That's not there. This is unfamiliar territory for Vandy. They're not the team that goes into hostile environments and beat people, or keep it close. They're the team
Oh,
that go into hostile environments and get their ass whooped.
damn. You made me think
So
about
listen, I'm
UM just
sorry
now.
if there's any Vandy fans out here watching. Um, my apologies, but y'all gonna get your ass whooped this weekend.
I think you lose, but I don't think you get your ass whooped. I think you take Alabama to it, and Alabama out there holding on for dear life, like a bitch hairline that just He refuses not to be pushed back. Okay, that's what I think. I think you got the formations. I think you're better offensively this year than you were last year. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Listen, I hear that. Like I
Alabama
said,
by a
they,
touchdown.
they
Alabama
just they
by
just went into Debo house last week. They went into Debo house and knocked Debo shit over and walked out and told Debo come do something about it, and he couldn't. So I'm not fucking worried about Vandy coming to my
You ain't worried
house.
about Vandy. Okay, okay,
I ain't
okay.
worried about Vandy coming to my house. Matter of fact, Vandy ain't played nobody this year. I'm looking at their schedule. They played Charleston Southern, Virginia Tech, South Carolina, Georgia State, and Utah State. And we crowning them like they somebody. They ain't played nobody.
Well, you know why they crowning them? Because they went to your house last year and beat your ass. That's why you
No,
ain't
no,
go
no,
to
no,
the
no.
playoff.
That was
And
at Vandy. That was at
that was
Vandy. That's a whole different story.
listen. Yeah, but when has
Listen, they
Vandy ever
going.
won that close?
I know it's called Bryant Denny Stadium, but the ghost of Nick Saban is still hanging around. Okay,
Hey, look, look,
you're not
look.
just
They
gonna
went
come
to
in here and do
Texas.
nothing.
They went to Texas house and almost beat Texas last year, and Texas had an offense on the road. Same team.
Hold on, almost don't mean shit. almost, almost don't mean a motherfucking thing.
Alabama
I
almost
almost hit
won
the
last year.
lottery. Listen, I almost
Alabama
hit the lottery.
almost. No, you know what? Alabama did not almost win. They got their ass whooped, beat up, down. He's like, yeah, but that was at home. But this Vanderbilt. We're not talking about Kentucky. Nigga, we're talking about Vanderbilt.
Hey,
Vanderbilt, nigga.
like you say, they're a better team, and at home you're a different team than when you're on the road. If you're not one of these battle tested teams that is used to going into the hostile environments, it's teams that are used to going into the hostile environments and coming out with W's or coming out with like dog
This
fights.
is a team that don't have nothing to lose. They beat your ass last year, and they coming down. They coming to your house.
Hold
They
on,
not
hold on,
scared of
hold on.
you.
Ain't you a Kalen DeBoer fan?
I am, and I think they win by 7. But I still think Vandy gonna go in that shit and try to wreck shop. That game ain't gonna be decided till the fourth quarter. I'm gonna tell you like that. I don't.
Mm,
I
you
listen.
know what? I see this one. This is the one game I actually see that I know I picked Florida to beat Texas, and that wouldn't be a shocker to nobody. I think it would be more of a shocker if Bama beats Vandy by 21 plus points, which I think they do.
I don't think they is.
Which I
They
think they do.
could. They could, but I like the game decided in the fourth quarter. Now
Hey,
if they
Ty Simpson, I'm not going front. The boy starting to look like he might be the best quarterback out here.
nah, Ty Simpson is nasty. And I'm
He
like,
started
damn.
like the best quarter. He went dog to go into that like environment and not get rattled and to play as well as he did. Like only what the 5th game into the season. Yeah, like
Well, what
he
you mean?
showed
He
me
already
something.
done had his heart broke the first game. So after that, he like, fuck it, it's up. Not just that, Kalen DeBoer is a quarterback whisperer. I'm starting to feel like goddamn Danny Lanning is too, because it don't matter who Danny Lanning got in the center. Oh, they gonna play. Oh yeah, they gonna play. I'm like, God damn, boy, you go over there, quarterback Lane Kiffin. Certain guys, bro, it don't matter who you get in here. I know talent, so I got the right dude. I draw up the plays. It don't matter. Plug play. And they actually get better. I can see if they were just system quarterbacks. Nah, bro, Dart finna damn near start for the Giants now. He out there doing the Florida dance. Some shit Shador can't do because they only say he acting too niggerish. Sidebar. Anyways, other game I like Georgia and Kentucky. And I like Georgia to paint the walls with Kentucky only
Yeah,
because Kentucky got to come to their house. Now, people saying all this, and I'm like, nah, So, yeah, I like that game a lot.
yeah, I like Georgia to do the same thing.
Yeah, plus
Bama's
20.
winning.
I like Georgia to
Vandy.
be up at half. Um,
I like Georgia to do like some like Macho Man, off the top rope shit on Kentucky. Like they going
but they are too because Georgia's pissed off they lost, so they're gonna take out their frustrations on Kentucky too. That's what I like. So um, I also think Dabo is pissed off, and he's got to play Bill Belichick, and I think they're gonna fuck Bill Belichick's girlfriend and then make sure they shut him out. I think that North Carolina won't have any points at halftime. Honestly, they won't have any points.
how, like we looked at this game at the beginning of the season, you'd have been like, damn, that's gonna be a good ass game. Dabo, Bill Belichick, you got North Carolina versus South Carolina, really. Like, damn, this is gonna be a great ass game. And nope, nope. I see this being a mid off.
It
two
is.
mid ass teams. Who's gonna win the
No, no,
mid
no.
one?
North Carolina ain't proved nothing. They don't be scoring against good teams. All right. They put up 14 points against TCU the first possession and then in the fourth quarter. Dabo was pissed off and he's gonna go 6-6. But this is one of the six right here. So yeah, Bill Belichick ain't got no more blue chews. So I'm gonna be betting. I'm gonna be betting on this game pretty heavy.
What you think about Louisville, Virginia? That's gonna
It's
be
gonna
an
be a good
implicator
game.
in the ACC.
Well, Virginia isn't even favored, so that lets you know how the bookies see. The other thing too is that Louisville is good every year. All right, the coach over there is great. I think they got that one quarterback that was at USC, so he's there. I think Louisville wins, bro, because they're just First of all, they got super sensation. What that boy name is, Isaac Brown.
Yeah,
Homestead running back, yeah, from out of
yeah.
Homestead. That boy there raw. That's Mr. Do Everything. I think he was
Uh-huh.
all. I know he was. I think he was definitely all ACC freshman of the year last year. But yeah, he finna ball. He finna ball. Louisville is good. I think where Louisville fuck up is though they don't got no defense like that. They ain't never been known for their defense, and so I still think they win. I think they got enough firepower and they got a good coach. You think they didn't watch that tape? Once that tape get out about you, I think they scheme for him. So then if it becomes a shootout, um, obviously now we know that Virginia is capable, but I like that game over. That's what I like. I like that game over.
All right,
Give me
game
that
over.
game.
Louisville's undefeated. So, we take care of Florida State. That's gonna be one of those games like
We don't take care of Florida State, we're gonna have to beat their motherfucking ass because that's gonna be a good victory. They were undefeated. You know what I'm saying? Unless Virginia beats them too, and then they see us pissed off. That's the thing,
uh
man.
that'll be another I think we play them on the road. That'll be another game where, like it's gonna be like I don't need this to be a nail biter.
Bro,
I
is it
need,
the end of the world if we lose by 3 to 7 points? Like, come on, bro. I think
it,
UM
it
fans.
no, it's not. It for us, I think it's not. But when you think about what traditionally happens with this team, it's like once the flood gates are open, like the shit is just like a downhill pour. Like it just everything rolls downhill. Like it just starts like tumbling, and then next thing you know, like we're fumbling into the end of the season, where we just start looking worse. We're just not as sure of ourselves. Some teams like they lose, and they just come back stronger. Like the loss, you don't even feel it. When we lose like that, it's just like like damn, like how are we gonna take this into the next week?
Yeah,
And that'll show like the difference of this team in teams of years past. Like Mario, like yo, if we lose, and I don't think we are, but we lose, like how do you get this team to get past that and move on to the next week and move on to the week after that? Like put the loss if you lose, put the loss, put that shit behind you right away and move on.
like I said, most teams are gonna have at least one loss. Talking about Alabama, they got one loss already, and we don't see anybody else beating them, but we didn't see three people beating them last year. So who else though? Who else you
I don't think it's no other. I mean, it's some other games out there, but it ain't nothing that's really jumping out. Um, yeah, so it's a couple ACC games. SMU is playing Syracuse, but Syracuse is a shit show. Duke is playing at Cal. We're not worried about Duke. Like Manny, Manny got that team playing good. Kudos, whatever.
I think Michigan,
You know
Wisconsin.
what? This is a quick sidebar. It's these low key motherfucking Manny lovers. Like Manny wasn't. Manny wasn't like we weren't getting our ass whipped left and right with Manny. They keep showing this play that we had against Duke where we did like 50 illegal backward, laterals to beat
Yeah,
them on
yeah,
the last play of the game. Well, I said they're showing this, and this was fucking Duke, yo. We had to do all of this to beat Duke. Like, man, this is when Manny is at the helm. Like, we was some dog shit.
No, you know what? I don't think Manny was at the helm. I feel like that was the game after Al Golden got fired and
No,
we had got beat 50 Fin. That wasn't
uh,
what was that?
that had to be like
That wasn't
20.
Manny's tenure
That was like
because
2017, 2018.
I don't think Manny and them was there yet because the assistant coach, I remember how raw he was, and he went to a
So that
HBC.
that, that would have had to be Mark Rick. You know, Mark Rick was after Al Golden.
I don't think Mark. They ain't happened under Mark Rick though. They ain't happened under his
So
tenure
that was
because
Manny.
there wasn't no coach
Manny
for
was
that,
the coach. Hold
huh?
on, it said Mark Rick was the coach in 2018. Hold on, let me see.
Nah, yeah, I'm about to say because our
Nah,
coach was
this was
fired.
Manny's team. 29. It had to be 20.
Nah, it was first of all the coach got fired, so we had an interim coach for that game. I know you remember that. That's the interim coach. It was the black dude. Yeah, that was a black dude interim coach. There was no coach for that game. You got to
Manny.
know the interim coach. So I know that we had an interim coach, and our coach was fired. So
Mm,
Manny never got fired until Mario came. He
so
left before to go to Temple, and Mark Rick stepped
2016.
down. So whoever that coach was got fired. We had that boy from Tennessee on that team. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. I think that was when because I'm in between that we had to have Golden. We had an interim coach that game. Look up, see who the coach was on that game.
You might be right because this is
I already
it
know,
might have
bro.
to be like 2015.
We had an interim coach for that game because our coach was fired. Who was fired? And I'm like, yeah, you got beat
Yeah,
down.
Larry Scott was the interim coach.
Come on, bro. I see his face. I didn't know his name, but I see his
Yeah,
face.
that was 2015.
Come on, man. I know this.
Okay.
Interim coach. You feel me? Great.
While looking at this, every year under Manny, I think we lost to Duke. I don't think we beat Duke any year under Manny.
To be fair about it, Duke had went and got Texas A&M's current coach, and that coach was doing some shit. Listen, Duke was
And
having
coach
defense like goddamn like North Carolina them years that Bush Davis was out there. Okay,
2019.
defense was beating the ass, and Duke. Okay, that's why they went and got married.
Oh,
Manny.
let's see, 20. What's the name? How long Mario been coaching? 4 years. This is his fourth year, right?
Yeah, I think this is
That's
year
his
number
fourth
4.
year.
Yes, year number 4.
This is fourth year. Yeah, we was getting our ass. We beat Duke 1 year.
Yeah, yeah.
So this is year 4.
We was bad, but listen, under Golden, especially that lad, bro. We had
Okay, nah, so we was handling Duke. But anyways, Manny wasn't shit. Fuck Manny. Um, our team, I ain't gonna never forget them Middle Tennessee losses and that type of shit.
Hey,
Um,
Manny got us Rhett Lashley though. You hating? Rhett Lashley was the man. You know I'm a Rhett Lashley fan. All right, look. You know how I feel about Rhett Lashley. I feel like SMU is the second home for you and players. You don't play here, you can go to the league. You see Brashard Smith on TV? You like the NFL, don't you? Yeah, Rashard Smith
and
is about to become a weapon out there for Kansas City Chiefs, and they need weapons because Tyreek is done. Okay, so they need weapons, and they love a Rashard Smith. He's playing this early in the season, 0-2. Yeah, bro, they about to listen. Okay, so yeah, SMU, Rashard, the people listen. The people that leave now, and SMU got money for your NIL. Go on down the road to your uncle and them people and start. Or it's like going from Miami, you can go to Broward. You go right to Broward, start. Okay. Boom. SMU looking like pumping them. Let's go. Okay. So that's all I'm saying. And they having a down year now. You know what I'm saying? You know they're trying to get Rhett Lashley. You know, Arkansas just fired their coach. You know Rhett Lashley he's from Arkansas. So
mhm.
actually, I think he might be an Arkansas high school legend, okay, as well as coach under Gus Malzahn. As a fact, that's what Arkansas gonna do. I just thought about it. I just said his name. I was like, oh, yeah, Gus Malzahn. Oh, yeah, he out of there. He out of there because they need a big name over there. So, all of these are sidebars. But, man, regardless, man, look, like you said, them all the games. I think let's end it off with what the scope going to be, bro. What's your score? Oh, shit, kick the nigga off.
I'm off. They kicked me off.
No, I thought they kicked me off. That was the
Uh,
app. My bad. That was the app.
he said,
I said, that's it. Oh, man. Well, yeah,
um,
let's give me your last. What you think the score going to be?
so I think my final score gonna be um 31-24. Miami win by 7.
Oh, dang.
What you
31-24. I was gonna say 31-27. Um, um, Damn, is it a situation where we can go to overtime? We got to like you
Oh,
living
we could be in some
out.
overtime shit. We typically don't go to overtime. You know what? Let me take that back. 28-27, Miami wins on the Florida State missed field goal.
Oh, we talking shit now. Let me go. Let me take the 31-24 because that thing is plausible. What's probably more plausible though is some shit like 35-31. Like them niggas are fucking around here and just we done kicked a couple of field goals. They keep chopping into it, but yeah, they couldn't come back. So yeah, 35-31.
Yeah, 35-31. Okay, that's a good score. That's a good score. I think it's gonna be like 31-28, 31-24,
Yeah, yeah.
31-27, something around there. Yeah, it'll be great to see another missed kick.
The
You know what
only way it don't
I'm
happen like that is if Florida State come out on some on some Menace to Society, Spice One. They posse came in, they trickers had no heart. Kill him.
saying?
And load us up, 21 is up. Got us looking crazy out to that bitch. Then it could be a bloodbath. I don't know
I
why
just
that
want to say,
girl's
man,
so hard.
everybody, who will be tuned in the game, talk your shit. Listen, man, we from the crib, like put that shit up as much as I'm gonna be at the bar. I'm gonna be talking big shit,
I
big
got one
bomb
better
clock.
for you. I got people in Tallahassee, so my dog ain't gonna be at the game. But you feel me? And this is crazy because he actually about to go back to Miami. You know what I'm saying, for another year run. But yeah, he gonna be. You feel me? He gonna be in Tallahassee. I already know he gonna be barbecuing. I already know he gonna be drinking. I already know he from Carroll City, so his real house is down the street. You feel me? From the stadium, so he gonna be talking cash money shit. It's a lot, and which a lot of y'all don't know. It's a lot of people from Miami that's in Tallahassee. All right,
A lot of people.
FAMU is right there. FAMU
Mhm.
alumnus, all of our family, we go to FAMU, so which is a whole nother orange and green. So we don't, you feel me? So if you really went to FAMU, you from out of state, you going from Miami because that's all you know. But it's already Miami fans up there. And then the people that's coming to Miami, I mean coming to Tallahassee. So gang gonna be like a baby homecoming. Okay, it was all the
It,
black
it
people,
really is. And
all
another
the
thing,
black
a lot of
people.
people don't realize, a lot of FSU fans are from Jacksonville. So it's going to be a lot of Jacksonville, a lot of Duval, a lot of
Yeah.
Dade County.
Yeah,
It's going to be
yeah.
a whole lot
Them
of that
North
there.
Florida is central niggas. Not let me not do all of them because there's a lot of UN fans too, but they're outcasts. That is Florida State, Florida country. Okay, so yeah, Florida. You know what I'm saying? Oh y'all Miami boys. So yeah. Them boys. You know what I'm saying? But right now though, and it's so fucked up because Florida is down like that, so they ain't even much no question. So But if we do this, that means we beat all the other colleges in Florida for the second year is in a row. Heavy is he who wears the crown. Okay, so
Yeah,
you
yeah,
feel me? They want the belt, but you got to take the motherfucking belt. I'm not
yeah.
giving you shit.
Yeah. You're
Okay,
right. You're right. They say, hey man, whatever you do this weekend, man, wild out, turn up, get lit, whatever you do, man, just
I'm
you
gonna
know,
wear
rap.
my jersey tonight though, because I'm superstitious. Last two times I wore my jersey for Miami was the Syracuse game, and it was another game. It might have been was it the Iowa game? No, it was the one before the Syracuse. Georgia Tech and Syracuse. I wore my jersey.
Oh yeah,
So
don't put
something
that on. Don't put that on.
my
Leave
jersey
that in
went
the
on.
closet.
Before I left that bitch pissed off, so I cannot wear my jersey game
Yeah,
day. Because both
don't do
times
that.
I wore it, and the second time I was pissed off. I was in the A chilling Thanksgiving weekend, and I'm like, oh, so you niggas, and you feel me? I be already in Charlotte, so it's like, come on, bro, we trying to go to Charlotte this year. You feel me? So yeah. But all right,
Yeah.
man, y'all do y'all comment thing. You know what I'm saying? Let us
Mhm,
know how you feel. What you
mhm.
don't like. If you don't like none of this shit, and these pussy ass nigga don't know what they talking about, that's cool too. Y'all let us know.
Hey, and for that one person who keep putting the same motherfucking comment on every video, like I get it. I get it. Make it to the end of the video, man. Like I get it. Like I said what I said about who I said it about. You done said a comment about the shit every fucking time. Like, all right, I get it. I get it, bro. We got it. Move on. All right. Jump in about something else.
I don't care. We want the smoke. Go ahead and get in there. I ain't been looking like that. So yeah, I want some. It's all good though.
All right,
Katie got
shit.
our back. Straight up.
Oh yeah. Shout out to South Coast. Shout out to Katie.
Yeah,
Shout out
shout
to
out to
everybody who tune
everybody.
in. Everybody who tune in who don't comment, they just watch for, you know what I'm saying.
That nigga
Hey,
no sweater
comment.
kicks.
Yo, no sweater. Hey,
Yeah.
shout out my
You
dog.
don't
You know
have
what
some
I'm saying?
facts. Have some facts for us, bro. You don't got no facts. I don't want to show you my facts. All right, man. All
Yeah,
right, man.
well, whatever. You got some shit to talk, man. Jump in the comments. Y'all on Twitter fingers anyway. So you
Anyway,
know,
hey, that's all we got for y'all. We the fuck out.
we out. We out.